Okay, this is Jeremiah 41. Remember that they're changing my voice. In the last chapter, Gedaliah did not believe that Ishmael was going to kill him. In this chapter, Ishmael and his companions will kill Gedaliah and will take a lot of Israelites captive. At this point in the story, Ishmael is clearly in the wrong. Now, when we look at what's going on here, which is more important than the Bible, what's going on here is, in this day and age, these are the end times, we see that there are many whites, Jews, LGBT, and token minority people that have seized control over the planet from the Satanists before them, okay? And they are Satanists too, and they are lying to you, and they want you to believe them and to magically think that magically somehow that I would be magically wrong. And that is stupid. That is very important for you to understand, because you're going to see in Jeremiah chapters 41 through 43 that God expects people to have discernment, rational thought, wisdom, logical thinking, and sound moral thinking. And people are damned to the extreme when God tests them and they refuse to have those things intact. Jeremiah 41. In the 7th month, Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama, who was of royal blood, had been one of the king's officers, came with 10 men to Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, at Mizpah, while they were eating together there. Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, and the 10 men who were with him got up and struck down Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, with a sword, killing one whom the king of Babylon had appointed as governor over the land. So in this part, right, the king of Babylon's in the right, and Ishmael is wrong. And Ishmael clearly is like the Jews who are against God, and we see that that is clear as day. And they say stupid things like, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, God Almighty, in all of his great works, the Bible is not one of them. The dirt is superior to the Bible, the grass, the sun, the sky, the least in the kingdom of heaven. So knowledge of a book, okay, that was written by people in rebellion means less than dirt to God Almighty. And the more they point to this while I'm doing the right thing and they're doing the wrong thing, the more they disgrace them and their families. Do not be like them and rally and obey God through me immediately. Anyway, where was I? Ishmael also killed all the men of Judah who were with Gedaliah at Mizpah, as well as the Babylonian soldiers who were there. The day after Gedaliah's assassination, before anyone knew about it, 80 men who had shaved off their beards, torn their clothes, and cut themselves came from Shechem, Shiloh, and Samaria, bringing grain offerings and incense with them to the house of the Lord. Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, went out from Mizpah to meet them, weeping as he went. When he met them, he said, "Come to Gedaliah, son of Ahikam." When they went into the city, Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, and the men who were with him slaughtered them and threw them into a cistern. But 10 of them said to Ishmael, "Don't kill us. We have hidden wheat and barley, olive oil and honey hidden in a field." So he left them alone and did not kill them with the others. This has parallels to the parable of the hidden treasures. Funny how the word parallel is similar to the word parable, and that's not a coincidence. You have per-a-bel, and you have per-a-lel, El, and Bel. And that's because the scribes are evil. That's why there's so much wordplay in the languages which scribes are the experts of, so to speak, right? Because they worship the devil. The Bible is by Bel. Okay, not everyone could read and write. It was usually for people with privileged people with privileged education, not the poor people who travel with Jesus, for example. Okay, now the cistern where he threw all the bodies of the men he had killed along with Gedaliah. Now the cistern where he threw all the bodies of the men he had killed along with Gedaliah was the one King Asa had made as part of his defense against Baasha, king of Israel. So King Asa made this cistern as part of his defense against Baasha, king of Israel. Okay, and Asa was one of the most righteous kings in the Bible. Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, filled it with the dead. Ishmael made captives of all the rest of the people who were in Mizpah, the king's daughters, along with all the others who were left there. over whom Nebuzaradan, commander of the imperial guard, had appointed Gedaliah son of Achim. Ishmael son of Nethaniah took them captive and set them out to cross over to the Ammonites. When Johanan son of Kareah and all the army officers who were with him heard about all the crimes Ishmael son of Nethaniah had committed, they took all their men and went to fight Ishmael son of Nethaniah. And they caught up with him near the great pool in Gibeon. When all the people Ishmael had with him saw Johanan son of Kareah and the army officers, they were glad. All the people Ishmael had taken captive in Mizpah turned and went over to Johanan son of Kareah. But Ishmael son of Nethaniah and 8 of his men escaped from Johanan and fled to the Ammonites. Flight to Egypt. Then Johanan son of Kareah and all the armor officers with him led away all the people of Mizpah who had survived, whom Johanan had recovered from Ishmael son of Nethaniah after Ishmael had assassinated Gedaliah son of Achim, the soldiers, women, children, and court officials he had escaped from Gibeon. And they went on, stopping at Jereth Kimham, near Bethlehem, on their way to Egypt. So they stopped near Bethlehem to escape the Babylonians. They were afraid of them because Ishmael son of Nethaniah had killed Gedaliah son of Achim, whom the king of Babylon has appointed as governor over the land. So again, if you want to read along with me and you want to pause and so on and try to understand the story, fine. It doesn't matter. Okay, I challenge you to show me any proof that understanding this story or any other story in the Bible matters. Only the morals matter. Only the moral lessons. And you can understand them without understanding the details of the story, which includes how to say these people's names. You have no idea how many people disgrace themselves every day, acting like knowledge of the Bible is superior. Why they're parts of churches that hoard wealth, why they assimilate to the New World Order, why they're parts of child pedophile rings. They've yoked themselves to pedophiles, murderers, thieves, idolaters.